Welcome everyone, this is On Just Restart. In this video, we're going to be talking about the different Metroid games and how they could be revealed. We're going to be talking about Metroid Prime 4, the rumored Metroid Prime Trilogy HD, and even another rumor for a 2D Metroid game that could be coming out this year. And actually, with the most recent Paper Mario trailer, I think they have actually been teasing another Metroid game. Which one is it? I think it's most likely the 2D Metroid game, but we're going to be talking about how all these different games could be revealed and exactly when maybe we could see that happening. So that's what we're talking about today. Now before we get started, I'm first going to talk a little bit about our social media. There is a Twitter page, you can follow me there. There is also a Discord community, a Twitch channel, and a Patreon page. If you're interested in any of that, check it out, it's all linked in the description below. Now we're going to get to Metroid Prime 4, but first I want to focus on this 2D Metroid game that could be coming out this year. Because that's what I think has been teased with the Paper Mario trailer that we just got this week, which I'm pretty darn excited about. Paper Mario looks really good. I've never been this excited for a Paper Mario game before, and it looks pretty awesome. But I was even more excited when we reached the end of the trailer and we saw Paper Mario put on the Samus Aran helmet, and he was just sort of moving around, beeping and shooting, and to me it felt like a very blatant tease towards a Metroid game. Now it's totally possible that this wasn't a tease. It could have just been some sort of nice little nod towards Metroid in Paper Mario, and they decided to put it in the reveal trailer for Paper Mario. I think that is possible, but I do not think it is likely. I think what's going on is that they definitely intentionally teased another Metroid game. This Paper Mario game has been rumored for quite some time, but a lot of those rumors originated alongside Metroid, a 2D Metroid game. Both these games have been rumored for this year, and on top of that, there have also been rumors for a Pikmin game, and according to VentureBeat, that is coming sometime this year as well. The point is, with this Paper Mario trailer, the reveal of this game coming this year, I feel like it supports that rumor that we've gotten about the 2D Metroid as well, and I feel like it makes it pretty likely that we could be seeing that game this year. It's also possible that Metroid Prime Trilogy HD could be around the corner, and perhaps it's teasing that, but Metroid Prime Trilogy HD would be a remaster or some sort of remake, probably a remaster. I don't really think they would be teasing a Metroid remaster in this trailer. I feel like if they're teasing Metroid, it's because it's a new game. So I'm thinking that we're going to be seeing Metroid 5 this year, and it will be revealed at some point. When it will be revealed, that's kind of hard to say, but take a look at the Paper Mario trailer. It was dropped just randomly. There is no Nintendo Direct, and we really didn't know what was going on. Considering that we're already in May, and we don't really know about any major Nintendo games in June besides some smaller things and DLC, I was sort of thinking that, yeah, things are kind of barren, but Nintendo also had a need to announce something, but given that we recently got some news suggesting that there wouldn't be a Nintendo Direct anytime soon, it was starting to look like we might be getting kind of a barren summer time. The only real option if there wouldn't be a Nintendo Direct would be for Nintendo to have some sort of shadow drop trailer. That's what we talked about beforehand, and that's exactly what happened. It's possible that when it comes to Metroid, that may also be the case. Now this Paper Mario game is coming out in July, so we're pretty much set in terms of Nintendo games until July, but once we get closer towards August or September, we're gonna have to get some news really soon. I think this Paper Mario game more than likely will hold us over until the Nintendo Direct is ready, and by that point, in a Nintendo Direct, we will see announcements for different things, perhaps another Metroid game, and I think that's where we will see the reveal for this 2D Metroid in a late summer Nintendo Direct. That's what I'm thinking. But it's also entirely possible that just like this Paper Mario trailer, Nintendo may shadow drop a whole other Metroid trailer later into the summer. I think that's possible, and that could be how we see the reveal for this 2D Metroid. That could maybe happen. Now, some of you may argue that maybe this 2D Metroid could be revealed later into the year, beyond a summer direct, maybe in a September Nintendo Direct or next year. But again, the rumor has been for the 2D Metroid to come out this year, and on top of that, it's a 2D Metroid game. I don't think Nintendo would save it for the holiday season. I'm thinking this would be fitting around the August-September time, just kind of like the Link's Awakening remake that we got last year. I think it will fit around that point, so that's what I'm sort of thinking it's going to be coming out. Moving on to Metroid Prime Trilogy HD, I'm thinking Nintendo's been waiting to reveal this game for quite some time because they're waiting for Metroid Prime 4 to be closer to release. When Prime Trilogy was initially rumored, this was back at the Game Awards for 2018, and we also thought we could maybe see the initial reveal for Metroid Prime 4 when it comes to actually seeing gameplay, but besides Reggie wearing a Ridley shirt, there was really nothing else at the Game Awards and we didn't get any news about Metroid until that January that happened afterwards, where Nintendo announced the restart for Metroid Prime 4. I think what happened was that Metroid Prime 4 had to be delayed, so they also decided to hold off Metroid Prime Trilogy HD until Metroid Prime 4 was closer to release so they could release Prime Trilogy before Prime 4, but start building up hype and awareness of the Prime series, so then that could sort of lead into Prime 4 and it could perform really well. The point I'm trying to make here is that once we get the reveal for Metroid Prime Trilogy HD, that is probably when we're going to be getting really close to a gameplay reveal for Metroid Prime 4. Now, ideally, I would like to see Metroid Prime 4 revealed this year. I think it's possible if Prime 4 is going to be sort of close to a holiday 2020 release. It may be a 2022 game, but I think it could at least be revealed gameplay-wise sometime this year, and if it isn't revealed this year, I'm thinking that for sure Prime 4 is going to be a 2022 game. But even if the timeline for Prime 4 is leading us into 2022, that doesn't mean Prime Trilogy can't be revealed this year. I think there's definitely a possibility of that. But assuming the rumors are true for this 2D Metroid, I'm expecting this 2D Metroid first, and they're probably going to want to space things out between a 2D Metroid and a Prime Trilogy. So maybe we get this 2D Metroid this year, it's revealed sometime in the summer, and then maybe a late year Nintendo Direct, maybe September or October Nintendo Direct, they start talking about games for 2021, and maybe one of those games could be Metroid Prime Trilogy HD, and maybe it could even come out early in 2021. Now, I've brought up beforehand how, because we're going through this whole pandemic situation, and development may be limited, Nintendo is switching over to remote development, and that could cause some delays. They may resort to releasing Prime Trilogy HD instead of something else, because that's a remaster, supposedly it's been done for quite some time, and that would be a great game to put in there to help sort of tide us over until the actual fully ground up new games are ready to be released, since it takes some more time to develop them due to the whole remote development thing. But to tell you the truth, at this point I'm kind of thinking that Nintendo's going to be able to sort of give us a pretty good year for 2020. Yes, we did hear in the Q&A from the investors that Nintendo may have some delays, but Nintendo did say that at this point, while there may potentially be some delays, right now their forecast still assumes everything is going according to plan. And shortly after, we got the reveal for Paper Mario the Origami King for July, so I'm sort of thinking that maybe things could still be going kind of smoothly, and maybe Prime Trilogy will not need to be rushed out for this year, and it could be something that's saved for either early 2021 or maybe later into the year. I'm thinking that for sure 2021 is probably a time for Prime Trilogy HD if this 2D Metroid game is coming out around the August-September time. So I'm guessing Prime Trilogy HD will either be revealed towards the end of this year or revealed early next year in a big Nintendo Direct around that time, assuming there is one. But I'm thinking by 2021 things will start going back to normal, so in my opinion there probably will be a big Nintendo Direct early on in 2021. But now let's talk about Metroid Prime 4. Had everything gone according to plan, I would have thought that maybe we could even get a gameplay reveal for Prime 4 this year. That would have been really exciting to see. But I'm thinking things haven't slowed down a little bit when it comes to revealing new things. At this point, we're not even learning about things to come out for next year. We don't even know about things for this year. We still don't know anything past July. Nintendo literally announced and revealed Paper Mario the Origami King 2 months before its actual release date. So right now, Nintendo's announcement to release sort of schedule is kind of weird. They're doing things with a very short amount of time between reveal and release, so maybe we shouldn't expect Metroid Prime 4 to be revealed this year, especially if it's not even necessarily going to be coming out for 2021. It might, but it also might not. So while I would love to see Metroid Prime 4 get a gameplay revealed this year, I think it's possible. I'm going to assume at this point in time that Prime 4 won't be revealed until next year. But when it is revealed, Metroid Prime 4 is probably going to look really darn good, and I'm talking about graphics here. I think Metroid Prime 4 could be one of, if not the best looking Switch game to date. If we look at a lot of the hirings we've seen for Retro Studios, a lot of them are people who've worked on Tomb Raider or Borderlands or Star Wars. That's what the most recent reports from hiring we've seen. But we've even seen them pick on people who've worked on Battlefield and Halo as well. A lot of really high profile AAA kind of games. It looks like Retro Studios is hiring a lot of talent that is all about producing very beautiful, very ambitious, huge kind of games, and Metroid Prime 4 is going to be just that. This is going to be a very, very ambitious project for Nintendo. Yes, in terms of gameplay and scope and things of that nature, but also graphically. So when we see this game, I'm betting it's going to look really amazing. And if Metroid Prime 4 is going to be revealed in 2021, or if it even has a chance to come out in 2021, I'm thinking there's a pretty decent chance it could come alongside a Nintendo Switch Pro. We know the Switch Pro is not coming out in 2020. According to Shunto Furukawa, there will not be any Switch revisions in the year 2020. However, with the most recent major Switch firmware update that showed more versions of the Nintendo Switch. This happened a few years ago, about a year and a half before the Switch Lite and the Switch version 2.0 came out, and then they actually came out. So I'm thinking, since we got this news from the data mine of other Switches in the firmware, probably about a year and a half from now, we will get some other Nintendo Switch revisions, one of them, at least one of them, being more powerful than the current Switches that are out there, outputting better looking games, and I think there's a pretty good chance that Metroid Prime 4 could come out alongside this Switch Pro and definitely look really impressive. It would still come out for the base Switch, but the higher grade Switch Pro Switch would make things look even better. And I'm thinking that's how things could start to pan out when it comes to Metroid Prime 4 getting a gameplay reveal. They may feature it alongside this Switch Pro whenever it is revealed, maybe E3 2021. I think there's a possibility of that. Now that's what I think could happen, but what I really want to happen the very most is that we get a major Nintendo Direct to take the place of E3 this year. I'm guessing sometime in the late summer, and there's a whole bunch of crazy amazing reveals, including a gameplay reveal for Metroid Prime 4, and while I wouldn't expect it to come out this year, not even close, maybe, just maybe, it could be a holiday 2021 release, and then we would know about the game, see gameplay for it this year, and then that could help tide us over until next year when the game finally comes out, assuming that it could come out by the end of 2021. But in terms of my expectations, considering that there's this 2D Metroid that's coming and maybe also Prime Trilogy HD, I'm expecting we're going to see those games first, and then sometime next year, for sure, we'll see gameplay for Metroid Prime 4. That's how I think things are going to shake out. But what do you guys think? How do you guys think the different Metroid games could be revealed? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, everyone, this is On Just Restart. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.